Hey everyone, it's Ashton here, and welcome back to The Seikologist. I know it's been such a long time since I've been able to post a video. Probably a little more grey than when you saw me last time. Had new babies and renovations at the house and just so much going on, so much work to do. And I apologise that I think it's been nearly a year since I posted a video. So what I wanted to do today is I wanted to kind of catch everybody up, what's been going on at The Seikologist. Some of the work we've got in right now, what we've been up to, what we've been doing. The new workshop that we built. I used to be up in the house, but like I said, we had a new baby, so we built a new shop down in the basement. And yeah, just give you guys a bit of an overview of what's going on at The Seikologist, all the Seikos we're fixing, the new shop, get to know you guys, so you guys can get to know us a little bit better, and exactly what we do here at The Seikologist. So this is where the magic happens. This is The Seikologist's permanent workshop home now in the basement. It's tiny, it's 100 square feet of space, and this is where the magic happens. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna go through all the stations, kind of show you guys what's what we do where, and go from there. First off, we'll head out the door and you guys can see what kind of beautiful Canadian day we're having today. A nice snowy November morning. It is apparently supposed to warm up later today and get a bit nicer, but right now a bit of a snowy morning. A little early in my opinion, but hey, that's what you get. So we'll start at the left of the shop and then we'll go around. First we have our microscope. This is where we do kind of oiling exercises. We'll oil the escapement under the microscope. We use it for inspection. We'll use it for sometimes lubricating train wheels if it's a difficult one to lubricate, to inspect components to see if they need replacement or repair, whatever it might be. Demagnetizer over here, that's where we demagnetize watches. You put the whole movement there and the whole thing is demagged. Parts drawers, this is where we keep all of our parts and components. We head over to the watchmaker's bench. We have a light above us, as you can see, and this is where all the actual watchmaking work happens. This is where we service the movements. We've got a timing machine over there, various staking tools, Horrier tools, jeweling tools, that kind of thing over there as well. Now we come over to the more machining bench, I guess you could call it. We have our 8mm watchmaker's lathe just here. This is where we can bore out plates. If we need to, we can make any components that need to be made. Certain pivot polishing for larger pivots we can do in the lathe as well. We have our accessories box back there. Here we have our dirty bench. This is where we take bracelets apart and that kind of thing. Work that we don't want done on the nice bench over there when we're fixing watches. This is also where our pivot polishing station goes. So if we need to polish train wheel pivots, if they're excessively worn and that kind of thing, we set it up in this Jacko tool here. It's bow driven, like so. So it's just bow driven back and forth. The good pivot rests in here. The pivot that needs addressing, rests just in over there. And then it's burnished flat, or burnished to a nice finish so that all the marks and everything are taken out. We head over to the admin area. We can see we've got a few watches in that have just been received that we need to enter into the system. We've got a nice 6105 there, another 6105 and a 62 MAS there as well. A few watches and trays that we've got on the go at the moment. Now we head over to our final test. So this is where watches go on final test. Basically, this is to test the automatic function of the movements. It's to make sure that they're self-winding properly. It's to check them in different positions, obviously different timekeeping in different positions. So we use that to check. It mimics, I guess, the wearer, you could call it. They call it a final test, Bergeron final test. A heater, once watches have been ultrasonically cleaned, we clean all the cases and bracelets, and then they're obviously dried with heat. Head over to our Elmer cleaning machine. There's a 4-jar cleaning machine, so we have one cleaning cycle, and then we have 3 rinses going through that, and then the watch goes through that. It oscillates in each jar, spins, and then we have a heat dry chamber back there, so it dries with heat. So total process of that, it's about a 40-minute job to get through that thing, basically. 30 to 40 minutes, depending on the cycle. Pressure tester. This is where we electronically pressure test all your watches to make sure that they've passed a water resistance test. I do plan on going through this in a little more detail with the video that we put up. So I'll put that up hopefully in the near future. And we'll just talk about water resistance and vintage watches. And then casing and uncasing, we have our Horitech large case opener, so we can open and close cases, but this also doubles as a crystal press, so we change the attachments out, and it's a space-saving crystal press. So there you have it, the almost completed workshop. We've still got a few bits and pieces we need to do. I've got to finish the cabinets that I made up there, and then I also have to put a new, I have to build a cabinet front for over there, or a door you should say, and then I've got a section up there that I need to have a drop down in to get to some mechanical in my basement. But basically, this is where the magic happens. This is where we repair your Seiko when you send it into us for service. So I thought now we could take a look and see what is on the bench right now. So here we have a couple of 6105 8119s that were just serviced, and these ones are actually on final test right now. Couple of interesting things. This one, we've got the original crystal in here, and this one has been had a sapphire crystal installed. This one, we can see the crystal was in really nice condition, so we kept the original, but this one really needed a new crystal, so we put the sapphire crystal in that one. Couple of interesting points about these two watches, things that I noticed, and actually I'm hoping someone in the comments section can answer my question, because I'm not entirely sure. Because we have short seconds hands on both these watches, but this 8119 has your traditional hour and minute hand. However, this has a much smaller hour and minute hand, and I'm not really sure exactly what they're from, or whether it was standard, because this watch didn't look like it had been serviced too many times in the past. So I was just curious as to exactly what they were from, and if anyone knew and could help me out, because they do have the same kind of profile, but they are much smaller. So I'm curious as to exactly what those hands are from. So if anyone knows in the comments section, I'd really appreciate it if you let me know. Like I mentioned, nice movements in both of them. We have a nice 6105B, freshly serviced and working very well at this point. And here we have another one, also freshly serviced. You can see all cleaned up and working really nicely as well, which is good to see. Now this is a watch that we just serviced and is on test right now, and it's one that I'm particularly excited about. So it's a 6139 6010, but it actually has a brown dial. Now, I initially thought that this watch was faded or it had a tropical dial, but after some research, there's actually listed brown dials. I shouldn't say listed, but there are examples of brown dial 6139s available. They were never in any Seiko catalog, as far as I can tell. Then this one appears to be all correct. So it's a 1969 watch. It has the two-piece original seconds hand, and it has a 6139A movement. Honestly, this brown dial, I don't know if the pictures or the video is really doing it justice, but this is truly one of the nicest 6139s I have ever seen. I absolutely love this watch. I would love to be able to get my hands on one. It is stunning, truly. The dial, I absolutely love it. And it has the correct, we can just show you here. It actually has the correct, I believe that's a Chinese day wheel. Again, somebody there can probably correct me in the comments as well. But I believe that's a Chinese day wheel, and that is the correct day wheel that was supposed to come with the watch. So really a very, very cool watch. And we can see that nice 6139A movement in there, running well. Yeah, but just truly beautiful. Absolutely a joy to work on this watch. Truly spectacular. Here we have a 6117 world time. Again, that was just serviced, and I absolutely love this one because it's really not one of the traditional ones you see. Just turn the light back on here. It's got this beautiful brown, gray, and orange colorway to it, and it's just fantastic. I absolutely love it. Again, it's a really, really cool, something different that you don't see all the time either. And again, just an absolutely spectacular movement inside this. I've been really fortunate to see some absolutely beautiful, pristine examples of watches lately. Truly, this is just, it's been really nice to work on all these, to be honest. Sometimes you get watches that have been through the ringer, and those are nice to work on as well, but when you get a watch that's so perfectly preserved, it is really a joy to work on. Having said that, all these watches did need barrel jewel upgrades because of worn barrels and bushing. So we did perform all that in these watches. Now, did I save the best till last? Maybe. There's some pretty cool watches here, but this is particularly interesting, and I'll tell you why. It's because this watch was an eBay find, the customer told me, and he wasn't sure of the provenance of the watch, whether it was original. Now, honestly, when I see a watch like this, I think there's no way it's original. But I studied this thing, I looked at the dial, I made all the comparisons, and it appears to be completely original, and it is just in stunning condition. It is truly incredible. The case lines are just remarkable. The dial, the hands, everything is just, but it's not too perfect. There's just the right amount of things that have gone wrong. We just see some decay that's starting to happen around the minute track in the form of the black death, I guess you could call it, that starts on these subdials. And there's just a small nick here and a small mark there, but it is just absolutely spectacular. And this is the most pristine movement of them all. This thing is just incredible. I could not believe working on this thing. It was truly amazing, the quality and the condition of this. Seriously couldn't get over it. It was just absolutely remarkable. So just, the customer has just done an incredible job picking this watch up for a watch off eBay, because we all know how fraught with issues watches on eBay can be. I'll show you that one again because it's just truly spectacular. Really, really beautiful. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the workshop tour that we did today, and I hope you enjoyed some of the watches that you can see that we've been working on. Like I said, I do apologize that it's been such a long time since I put content out, but this is where I'm going to put it back on you, back on my loyal subscribers that have been there, all those watch hours. We got the channel up to over 1,700 subscribers now, so I really do want to say thank you to everybody that subscribed, everybody that supported the channel. If you haven't subscribed already, we do really appreciate those subscriptions. They really help us to be able to put more content out there, hopefully more often as well. But I want to put it back on you. What do you guys want to see? Do you want to have an in-depth look at some of the tools that we use? Do you want to see specific watches that we want to service? I can't obviously film every watch that we service. You know, we get through quite a few watches a week. We get through a lot of work here in the workshop, and we can't film everything. We just don't have the time. But if there's specific stuff that you guys want to see, please put it in the comments. Even send me an email. We'd be happy to do some of that stuff on camera as well. So if you want to get in touch, if you want to send your Seikos in, please let me know. Just send me an email, get in touch for pricing and that kind of thing. And yeah, thanks again for watching, guys, and until next time.